Okay, so we've broken the beads now just using just basic pry bars you get where we're in a hammer. Just being sure to get the pry bar into the wheel before you start pounding away on the side of the tire or potentially the bead of the tire without getting right down into it. The tire itself is real strong right there, and it can take the pounding that you're going to have to do to give it to get it to go out. So we've broken the back side, we've broken the front side now already. Whether you're changing a tire, putting a tube in like we're doing today, if it's got a tube in it already, you're always going to want to start with the valve stem facing away from you. So you obviously know where it is, and start prying away from you. First, start at the valve stem. And what that does is it helps you to keep from pinching that tube. Now there's no tube in these here right now. That's what we're doing here today. We're installing tubes. But if there was one in there already, you want to do your best not to damage it if you're fixing the flat trail side or whatnot. So starting, I've got the valve stem right in front of me here. Starting from that, I'm going to work back towards me just to find it the easiest way to do it. If you use one bar, then stick the other one in, and it should slip back out again. Bar back in, you just hold the one down. They're not that strong that you can't stick another one in there. Pry it over, and just keep going around. You can leave that bar in there, your first bar, to hold the bead in. As a lock. I like to pull it out after a minute and keep going. So I mean, we're just putting new tubes in today, so all we got to do is pull the first bead apart, and then go from there. You don't have to take the whole entire tire off the wheel, obviously, because we need it in there. These ones are a little bit muddy, so we got a little bit of dirt and grit on the inside. You don't want to leave anything in there. Obviously, anything in between the tire and the tube, it has a potential to put a hole in the tube. If the wheels that you have had tires changed on them often, just give a quick check to the wheels. Make sure they're still in good shape. These ones obviously are. Now the valve stem, I'm just going to cut it off. I'm using a four-way tool. We call them a four-way. They've got a valve core removal tool, thread chasers for both the inner and the outer, just to aid in hanging onto that valve stem. You got one piece. Make sure you find the other one so that it doesn't end up in the tube. Oh, there it is. Doesn't end up inside the tire, rubbing against it. So make sure you got two pieces when you're done taking the valve stem apart. From there again, just making sure the valve is nice and clean. If you're fixing a flat, we like to call it the red cross test. Stick your hand inside there, rub it around, make sure there's nothing poking through the tire. The same way, we're just installing tubes here, but we want to make sure that there's nothing in there that could potentially cause a hole, because you don't want to do it twice. With these little tires, we like to put the